Okay. Hi, everyone. I'm going to set up real quick. So, in this short video, I'm going to go over you guys what I've been doing a little bit of research. That is really high. I've been doing a little bit of research because it's been bothering me for a while to figure out what my Trans Am says, because on the cow, let me get the papers over here. Between the cow and on the top of the radiator, which I've been sort of decoding right here, and then my VIN, which is right here. I've done the VIN. The VIN was fairly easy to do, and here it is. I'll tell you the production number, which I didn't know how many they made, which is insane. My production number is 500,220, no. Yeah, 500,029, 663. So that's 529663. That's high. So, I'm not sure what let's see, I don't know what month of the year. The month of year, because on the top of the cow, on the tag, right after C, because C is for 1982 and D is for 1983. So if you have a 1983 Trans Am, it's going to be D, no. Yeah, it's going to be D, is going to be the top left corner. That's what I just literally was doing research, was looking it up. And this guy gave an example on how his is. I'll let you focus on that. You can pause it or whatever. I don't care. And that's his Camaro. So that gave me a basic idea of what it is. Now, the third letter in the middle. Here's my VIN. Not the VIN. This is what my tag is. The D8A is gonna be the day or the week. December, or maybe it's D8A. I don't know what time of the year that is. But the after that, it goes 2FS87. The 87 refers to a two-door coupe, which all the Trans Ams in the Camaro were. The F is for the F body. And this guy has a P. The P is the, wait, no. The P equals 1. Okay, the 1 is for Chevy, and the 2 is going to be Pontiac. I'm just going to go out and suppose. Just take a wild guess on that. 2F, the F is going to stand for F body. I don't know what the S is. It goes S, and then two-door coupe, which I'll put down right here. Oh, that's going through the paper. And somehow that's still going through it. Okay, hold on, I'm gonna write this down. Is Sharpie door coupe? I think that's with an E. Okay, if someone can help me with let's see here. I'll face this, guys. Okay, it's a C. I'm just gonna go ahead and suppose that's 1982. Then this is gonna be the time of the year, which is D8A. That's what it is. And then 2 is for Pontiac. I'm just taking a wild guess on that. You guys can correct me. I'd like to know. F is for F-body. And the S, I don't know. 87 refers to two-door, of course. And then the 529663 is the production number. And the way I have this out on me, because I'm looking at it this way. So if you're looking down on the car, this would be the passenger side if you're looking straight at the car. And then this would be the driver's side. That's how I'm looking at it. So just to give you references, if you guys have any of these cars, that would really help. Now I'll let you guys know that I don't know which one it is. The most important for me is knowing what paint color it is. I'm supposing it's just blue, bright blue metallic, or blue metallic. I don't know, but I need that code. I'll read the rest off, but I'm just letting you know what's the most important to me. The most important is the color of the seats, which they are AR9s, which is the bucket reclining back seats. And one of these, we know that they are manual seat belts. Yeah, just manual belts, which can get annoying. I'll let you guys know that, because every time you lean forward, it has that slack, and it's like, really? So then you gotta pull it back and, straighten it out, so. The next letters, that is the first row. So I'm gonna read that off again to you guys again. It is C space D8A space 2F S 87-N, which stands for Norwood. Since I'm in Ohio, of course they're gonna ship it from there. And then 529663, which is of course a protection number, which is really nice and easy to refer to. Okay, right below that is the first 3 numbers and letter, which is 26D, okay, space 21L 210 19M E. And these are spaces in between them, and this is how it's laid out exactly, because if you go back to my restoration video 3, if I remember correctly, I have the tag pinned in the comments section. So if that helps, please help me. I am like super interested right now. I'm like super hyped right now. I've been watching so many Trans Am's videos lately, and well, I'll right when I'm done telling you guys the rest of that, I'll tell you about the other stuff with my car. So that's a bunch of other stuff. And I already told you about the AR9, okay, which is the middle section. And there would be other, keep in mind there would be others in here if it was because the hard top doesn't have, it just is blank. It doesn't have anything else. Wait. Yeah, it doesn't have anything. It's not going to have anything else. Okay, and let's see. WS4, that is the suspension package. I'm just going to take a wild guess. You guys can correct me in this comment section on this video. I will post it afterwards for you guys. Suspension package, which is really cool. WS4 package. And then right next to that is D80. I don't feel like any of this is yet the paint coat. I feel like these last two right here are probably it. So please listen closely, please. I said D80 right after WS4. And the last two sections on the bottom row of the tag, the first one off to the left side, if you are looking on your Trans Am, looking down, is 334488. I have no idea what this letter stands for. So any of you Trans Am nerds, Camaro nerds, Pontiac nerds, help a noob out on this stuff. I'd really, really help. And the last one on the VIN is 717. I'm gonna read it off the screen. No, I can't do it. 716036. That's all the numbers. I'll let you guys take a look at all the information. This is what I have of, it is March 9th. So that's all I have for right now. Hey, that's pretty good. I've decoded it quite a lot. So if anything else, I'll of course be looking on, because what I was, wait, that's not right. I was looking at thirdgen.org. I mean, I could post something. Oh yeah, in 1989 was the first year. No, maybe. I was gonna say, of course, the 1989 Trans Am was the first year that they finally put 350s in the motors, and it came out like with 250 horsepower and like some 300 foot-pounds of torque. Oh my gosh. I think it might have been 1988, but I really think it was either if any of you guys remember, because I actually found out, they had a Iron Duke 4-cylinder. They only put out like 90 horsepower, but they are very reliable. I've gotten loads of claims. I've looked almost everywhere on YouTube. The only thing I've heard bad about them is the lack of horsepower. And yes, for any car in the 80s with the smog pollution that California had into effect, it's gonna suck, to say the least. What can you do? I think it started with a 2, if I remember correctly. But anyway, let me talk about my Trans Am. Why I haven't posted anything about it, nor the F350, but that can be a complete opposite video. Of course, F350, the starter, is shot, and it's of course been raining the past few months on and off, and then we had this winter and school's almost done. I graduate May 25th. I was gonna say March 25th. May 25th is when we have the ceremony, of course. And this year's gone by really fast. I'll tell it here. I'm gonna adjust this real quick. This year has gone by really fast, at least for me. Although I didn't make too many friends, of course. today was actually my first day in my whole life I actually spent a partial day with someone. I've never been really social, you know? Um, and, so yeah, that's off topic. What else? Oh yeah, my Firebird. See, it's almost 11 o'clock at night. My Trans Am. Okay, I have the EM. No, no. The carburetor is an EMU. No, EMU4 quadrajet carbureted carburetor that they, of course, introduced in 1981, if I'm correct. Yeah. That carburetor is shot officially. That's what I think. Of course, I always read you guys' comment, and it is possible because on the thermostat housing of my engine, the wire, the plastic that would usually surround the metal is completely gone. That car sat for years, so I mean, it still reads on the temperature gauge. It still reads the temperature, except for the voltage meter. I don't know what's wrong with that thing. I don't know how to take the gauge out, because that's like a whole nother thing. Because, I mean, I've tested it. It obviously is charging the battery, but for some odd damn reason, it's not showing up on the gauge, which is not good. But, anyway, I do have the service book, and I was trying to adjust the idle screws, mixture screws, or anything, and there should be two little metal things covered up. It's like you shouldn't see an outline, outline the metal that you should be able to see the drill out. But I looked on my carburetor maybe like a couple weeks ago or something. I couldn't find those cutouts at all. So I don't know how to adjust this carburetor. I would like to go to a Holley EFI in my dreams. I mean, I like a carburetor, but at this point, I'm not going to be daily driving this car. I mean, if I were to actually daily drive this car, it'd probably be when I'm in my 30s or 40s. You know, when I'm older, I don't need something so economical. I'm going to be fixing up the Dodge Caravan that hopefully you guys are watching. I'm trying to fix that up. I haven't been able to drop the transmission because school, of course, and then, you know, a bunch of other stuff. Now, way back, or actually about to sell the 96 Avalon, we're just putting the exhaust on. Comment below how much you guys think it's worth, because it is actually fully loaded. It's got leather seats and power driver and passenger seats. It has 3,000 miles left on the oil change, so for, I don't know, Dawn, I don't know what relationship she is in our family, but Dawn, when she gave it to us, see, I'm already losing my train of thought. Oh my gosh. When she gave it to us, see, I can't even remember now. That's pretty bad. But she gave it to us. We I'm blanking out, so I'm just gonna go from here. He's almost done getting it done. I'm thinking once I get it cleaned up, I want to see 950 out of it. My grandpa wants to see 800 out of it. I cleaned up the leather. It looks fantastic. I swept the carpet. Looks really good. There's only one tear in his seat, and that's a driver's seat in the middle. And all it needs is a simple stitch. And, that would look fantastic. But it's got like 260 something odd thousand miles on it. It is a V6. It's not the 4. So they also used them in the Siennas. And the one my grandpa's actually driving right now has like almost 300,000 miles on it, given another 20, 30, 20,000, 25,000 miles till it hits 300. And it still goes strong with no oil changes. Only thing he does is add oil. And it still runs great, except for a little lifter tick. But that's about it. I'll tell you what, anything prior to 2000 is mint. It's mint. Okay? Oh my gosh, I went from talking about my Trans Am, slightly talking about the truck, and then I started talking about the Avalon. Obviously, my meds are off right now. Crap. Sorry this has to be a boring video, but of course it's going to be. Back to my Trans Am. You guys should know that I do have blue seats. It had blue headliner. It has blue carpet. And it has blue exterior. And the trim pieces on the door are like a gray and blue. And like the back pieces going into the trunk is light gray, darkish gray. So it's a really pretty theme or thing that's going on. And of course the dash is black. It is really nice. It is a beautiful car. Even though it's junk looking, the blue is everywhere. And I really, really like that. And when I get the money someday, I'm going to make sure it looks like it just came off the showroom with like when my Uncle Daryl just bought it new. I'm not sure how much it costed, but I did see one guy with a video where he had the original window sticker, and his Trans Am went for like $12,600 when it was new. So mine went between $12,000 and $13,000 possibly. But I don't know if they had the T-tops. The T-tops were an expensive option. But then again, they leaked a lot. So you're paying for the water damage and all that other stuff, too. The engine. I am not changing the engine, and I am not putting an LS1 in it. I'm talking about you guys. The 305 is going to stay for the rest of its life. And if I ever blow it up, or if it seizes, I'm going to rebuild it or put another 305 in it. And that's what's going to happen. Those 305s, I believe, have aluminum heads and aluminum pistons. It has an iron block, which is a kind of an odd combination because heat up, the iron is going to take a little. I think the aluminum heats up faster, but it does dissipate it faster than iron. So the heads stay cooler along with the pistons. So it's kind of an odd combination. So now here's one question. Can you put, I've seen this a few places, can you put 350 heads on a 305? Put that below. Or whatever. have no idea what you can bore the engine out to, what the maximum you can bore it out to. I know it is a small block, so I don't know if they have small block 350s. They might, though. I know they have small block 400s, which is really interesting to get that big of a frickin' bore with a small block, which is insane. Can you imagine having... Jeez. I've seen one, if you look up small block 400 Trans Am or small block 3rd Gen Firebird, there's one video out there with somehow one guy managed to get a 400 small block in it. I have no idea how he got those engine mounts to fit, but he did, and boy, is that thing a freaking beast. But that's not happening with me. I like a 305. I want something reliable. I don't want some LS with computer stuff. I don't want wires. The only thing I want on my engine is spark plug wires and a coil, spark. No, that's pretty much that's the only wires that should be on an engine besides the heater hose. That's because how the heater hose is on the engine just looks really weird. How it goes from the front of the engine and wraps around the top and then back into the firewall. Doesn't look pretty, but I'll probably get some wire mesh, or not wire mesh, metal mesh to go over it to make it look nice and chromy looking. So, I'm almost done with this video, you guys. Please, subscribe, comment, turn on post notifications. You know, seems like this time it's not as laggy for some reason, but then again, it might be. I don't know until I review the photo or the video. So, if you guys could help me out with a decoding, that'd be great. Man, I love my Trans Am. It just makes me so sad to see how it just sits outside. I could set up a PayPal. If you guys would like me to set up a GoFundMe, I could. I probably could. I mean, I'm over 18. I've got a direct deposit account. And I'm trying to get a job, but all the money's going to go towards insurance and keep fixing my daily driver, which is going to be the van, and then occasionally getting parts for the Firebird. But between tires and it's so much. And I didn't even tell you guys, my grandpa sold the Catalina Grand Prix a couple months ago. If you guys really watch my videos, you would know that had a Pontiac 400 engine in it. It turned over. Might have not looked pretty, but goddamn, that engine, that car was beautiful with that gold paint, black vinyl seats, maybe leather. It had the dash of the Catalina. You know, it had the shifter. It was an automatic, but it had the shifter on the steering wheel instead of the Grand Prix where it was a console shifter. That car was amazing. It was a convertible too. And, you know, there's a part of me, I really wanted to drive that car someday. And the only rotted part in that car was the trunk and the bumper. Otherwise, that car was solid. That car was solid, man. Maybe in some people's eyes, it might have been a pile of shit, but in my heart, I know it's worth more than that. And, you know, I think that's a part of my reasons I've been not happy the last couple months. You know, I wasn't there to see it go. And I never get to say what or ask or anything, and I'm kind of nervous what they're gonna do to it, because even though I never drove in it, hardly even sat in it, it was a beautiful car. The day we were actually pulling it out of underneath the tree, um, if I remember correctly, um, I don't know, but it was it was the summer of 2014, and that's around the time or so when my step-grandpa passed away from lung cancer. And all I can remember when we were towing it out is like a small conversation. It's like, oh yeah, he's gonna be buried, not buried, but like he's gonna be cremated or something. I just remember the car moving or something, and I faintly remember just the name Jake, because that was his name. I just remember them sort of talking about it. I was kind of like in disbelief at the time. That's why it was like really hazy day for me. And you know, I get attached to things even though they're not alive. I can get attached to things really easy. Just like the van. Main reason I'm attached to it because my dad drove one just like it. It had blue stripes, and the thing is, it's also the one that they were both in the assembly line. I don't know what, but it was either in front or behind my van. It was either in front or behind of my dad's van in the assembly line when it was ordered from the taxi service. So, despite that it was in the assembly line and right behind it, and that it's so close to what I grew up with, and just having such similarities of being younger and having good times, and we went lots of places in the van. We didn't go out to so many states, but you know, it takes me back to part of my life where, I don't know, there's just some attachment to it. I can't tell, but I could never imagine seeing the day that the van gets in an accident. I would never be the same because I'm so mentally and physically attached to it. Now, a lot of people can get attached to weird cars and whatnot, but that's my quirk. The van is, because it's so dang similar to it. And the thing is, I was only 12 years old when we trashed the van, or maybe 11 or something. I had no idea. I didn't know what was going to happen to it. I was too young to know that it was gone forever. Thank you, everyone, for listening. If you made it through the video, it's been kind of hard the last few minutes talking about that, between the Grand Prix and the van. I just wish I had enough money to fix things, but I'm just a poor freaking person. And I see all these other people on YouTube with all these subscribers. They make a good living. They don't have to worry about problems. They can blow a motor. Like Cletus McFarlane, I know he has 3 million subscribers in a giant building. He doesn't have to worry about dumping $300 to $500. He doesn't have. No one has. You know. Even people with like what is it, Goon Squad? He has now almost 100,000 miles. Not miles, 100,000 subscribers. He's literally going out. These people aren't phased because they earn enough money from YouTube. And I know I only have like almost 300 subscribers, but that's only because of I can't upload enough. And I'm not going to be able to upload enough because I'm gonna hopefully go to Sinclair, get my automotive degree, and that's gonna be sometime in the fall. So I really want to pursue YouTube as much as I can, at the same time filming it for you guys, because I can look back, you guys can help me, and it helps because I record and it makes me feel, I feel part of everything. Even though YouTube is so messed up now with their monetized videos, and how, I just watched, it's just the six. His video was taken down because one of his vlogs wasn't like any of the others. It's the one where he went on vacation, and he kind of marked it as something different and was taken down because of that. YouTube is so fucking messed up. Before I get too soppy, I'm gonna leave it here. Thank you if you've watched this whole video. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. Yeah. Thanks, everyone. This is T.F.D. signing off. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I'll see all you in hopefully either the next live stream or I talk to you guys in the next video. This is T.F.D. signing off for the third or fourth time. But see you guys later. Come on. Sorry about that. There it goes.